I'm Coco, food enthusiast, author, and resident chef. Cooking with Coco, here we go. Welcome, family, to my kitchen. Look at that. What? Ha! Bam! Every batch made from scratch. Nothing to it but to do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Cook with Coco. From my grandma's kitchen to mine, now to yours. Hello, welcome to Cooking with Coco. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining me for another cooking opportunity. Listen, guys, we got something good for you. Listen, you can serve it on a Friday night, a Saturday night, a dinner party, Sunday afternoon. This is a good one. One of our favorites. We're going to have some beef tenderloin, some buttered carrots, and some garlic mashed potatoes. But I'm going to show you how to do and prepare this delicious, simple, easy meal. A lot of times people think that pork or beef tenderloin takes forever. But we have the oven set on 425. We're going to sear it on both sides. We're going to make this delicious beef gravy, and I tell you, it is absolutely divine. I'm going to open up with a word of prayer, and then we're going to get started.
Is it beef or pork?
This is a
pork turkey.
This is a pork tenderloin. Thank you.
Beef.
I did say beef. Thank you, Akins. I appreciate it. But again, you can use the same ingredients that I'm going to use for your beef or your pork. Okay? So let's go to the Lord in prayer, and then we're going to get started. Dear God, we come thanking you for another cooking opportunity, God. We thank you for the viewers, God, that have tuned in, that will watch and share, God, and like. We thank you, God, for them. We ask you to bless them, God, and we ask you to bless them in a very special way, God. You know what they stand in the need of, God, and for that, we say thank you. We ask you to bless the food that we're going to prepare, God, and we ask that it be a nourishment for our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen. How is everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining me. Listen, I'm ready to get down on this pork tenderloin, okay? So the first thing you want to do, we set our oven on 425, and then you want to season this baby with all of this good stuff. We have garlic, salt, we have a little thyme on this, and I've washed, and I've taken that tough membrane skin off this pork tenderloin. So we're seasoned with all of the ingredients that I like, okay? So we have thyme, oregano, we have some Italian seasoning. We have some parsley flakes. Look, all of that goodness, okay? Then you take your hand and you just kind of massage that baby like that, okay? And then you want to flip it, rub it down, and season, season just like we did before, okay? So you want all this goodness just like so, okay? Make it good. We're not going to eat all that bland, but we're going to season it and make it good, okay? Got a little sage, and you guys know I will add all of these herbs, ingredients after the show, okay? Guys, I appreciate all of the love. I appreciate you guys so very much for all that you have done for Akins. Thank you for Coco. I answer from both. You guys know that, okay? I have my large skillet back here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this get really hot. I'm going to add some butter and some olive oil to this. Okay, so a couple of tablespoons, if you will. Okay, we have over here also, we have some carrots that we have boiling here, and as well as some diced potatoes that we're going to make into this delicious creamy garlic mashed potato. Okay, so now I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons of butter, and we want to add that to our skillet. Okay, now as that's getting hot, let's set this to the side just a minute. Guys, I'm going to just step to the side, and I'm going to strain my carrots, okay? They've been cooking here for about 15 minutes. We want them nice and tender, but not mushy, okay? So we have our carrots here. They're nice and fork tender, okay? So on this, what you want to do is you want to add some butter to your carrots, okay? You want to add some sugar to your carrots. Kind of like you would do like a candied yam or something like that. We want to add a little salt. That's going to bring out all the great flavors, okay? You want some black pepper to that as well. And then you want a little cayenne pepper. Be careful with your cayenne. This is a little hot, but it'll give it just a little kick, but it will absolutely be divine. We want a little nutmeg in this as well. And then we want a little cinnamon. Okay? These are really, really delicious. I serve these a lot when we're having dinner parties and get-togethers. I mean, the guests absolutely love these carrots, okay? They love them. So we want to put our lid on, we want to turn them down low, and just let them kind of simmer, okay? Now, our butter and our olive oil has gotten nice and hot. So our seasoned pork tenderloin has been seasoned to perfection, okay? Our sage and our parsley and our garlic salt and our thyme, all of that goodness, okay? And again, I cut that tough membrane out or off, so we're just strictly pork, okay? So I'm going to take this large and I'm going to sit it here. You can hear that searing, okay? Listen to that searing, okay? I'm going to sit that this to the side. Wash my hands. How are you guys doing? Listen, again, this meal can be served at any time. You can serve it just for your family. It's a great choice for a nice Valentine's. You and your honey bunny, you and your kids. Just a nice dinner, okay? So we're going to let that sear nicely, just like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of the butter and the olive oil, and I'm going to just baste this pork tenderloin like so, okay? Get all of that goodness. I'm not going to flip this until, I believe, 3 or 4 minutes to where it will sear a nice, beautiful brown, okay? My carrots are steaming over here with my butter, my cayenne pepper, my sugar, my nutmeg. Oh my goodness, and that brings such a great flavor, okay? This was, once I put it in the oven on the 425, I'm telling you, absolutely delicious. So now I'm going to go back to my carrots. The butter has melted nicely, the cinnamon, the sugar, and I'm calling these glazed buttered carrots, okay? Because they will have an actual little glaze to them. You can also add some brown sugar to these as well. My potatoes, I just cut about 5 potatoes, cut them in little wedges, little bite-sized pieces, boiled them until they were fork tender. So now I'm going to step over to the sink and just, I'm going to drain those as well. Okay, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have my potatoes drained. I'm just going to pour them back into the pot that I boiled them in, okay? I want you to see these carrots. Look at those babies. Nice and buttery, okay? And that sugar, the cinnamon and nutmeg, along with the cayenne pepper, they will start, the glaze will start to thicken up, and it will make it just a beautiful, beautiful color. So you guys can see that pretty good, Atkins? Okay. So I'm just going to sit it here and just let it go on and keep steaming, okay? Now, what I'm going to do with my pork tenderloin, I'm going to check it and see what it looks like on the bottom. Oh, honey but yeah. Oh, honey but yeah. Yes. So what are you guys cooking? What are you all cooking? Listen, if you like a nice pork tenderloin, let me tell you, you guys can do this. It is absolutely delicious. It's going to be tender. It's not going to be dry. I'm not fast cooking it. It's just the temperature that will help it. And when I sear it, it sears in all of those ingredients, all of that, look at that. And we want to flip it, okay, to the other side, like so, okay? And then you want to take some of that olive oil and butter. You want to glaze this side, just baste, just like so. Now you see that really well, Rodney? Thank you, thank you. I don't want you to miss anything. I want you guys to see how easy this is. And again, this is a pork tenderloin, but you can also do your beef tenderloin, okay? So once that glaze is like that, it's ready to put in the oven. Now, I'm going to put it in the oven on 425, and we will let that cook about 15, 20 minutes. I'll check it to see if it's nice and tender, okay, and not pink in the inside, okay? So, again, what are you guys doing? What are y'all cooking on this beautiful, beautiful day? I hope everybody has had a wonderful week. I know that we have. We will not complain. I just said we just won't do it. Will we, Aiken? God's been too good, right? Yes. And I always say this, it could be worse. These carrots are boiling nice. I love butter carrots. If you like candy yams, pretty much the same thing you can do with your buttered carrots. They are an absolute winner at our house, and especially when we're having gatherings. The guests will say, what in the world did you put in those buttered carrots? Listen, easy breezy. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? So simply boil those carrots to the pork tender. You add those wonderful ingredients, and listen, that's it. So we are hungry over here. Let's see this other side. Look at that. Can they see that? Nice and seared. So now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to place this in the oven. It's already preheated. It will be in here for about 15 minutes. Okay? Now, let's get started with our potatoes. So let's slide this here and put our potatoes right here. Can they see that pretty good? Switch it? Okay. Well, I have to use mine. Turn that down. Okay. Now, with our potatoes, what you want to do is you want to add your garlic, salt. Okay. You want some black pepper. Of course, you want some butter. You want butter. Yes, you do. Okay? So, and I like mine to be nice and creamy and buttery. So I'm going to put about a half a stick of real butter, like so. Turn that down so. Did anybody tell me what they were cooking? Nobody's cooking? Anybody cooking? What y'all cooking? Well, y'all, hey, go to the store, get you a beef or a pork tenderloin, and let's get cooking with Coco. Yes. So now we have our garlic, salt, we have our butter, we have our black pepper, and now we have our milk. And this is just whole milk that I'm using. You can use heavy cream or half and half, your choice, okay? Your choice. Now, I'm going to turn this off, turn the eye off. And then I'm just going to take my blender, whip this nice until it's nice and creamy, okay? I love a nice whipped creamy mashed potato. This is going to be absolutely delicious with this pork tenderloin. I'm going to show you how to build a nice gravy as well. Okay. And if you like some little lumps or humps, you can do that as well. You don't have to make it as creamy as I'm doing. But it's nothing to it, guys. Nothing to this. Guess what? Y'all tell me. Guess what, Agents? It's a done deal, man. It's a done deal. So then I take a few more pats of butter. Now, also, if you want a cheesy, garlicky mashed potato, you can add your cheese in this at this time and just mix that very well. And then you have a cheesy, creamy mashed potato. Okay? Okay. Thank you. So, guys, you all try this. Go and get your pork or your beef tenderloin. And you can do it as well. So what I'm going to do to keep all that nice heat and steam in, I'm just going to put my lid on and I'm going to sit it right here. Okay? I want you guys to see the last result of these buttered carrots. Okay? Look at that. Look at the juice. Look, it actually thickened up like a sweet candied sugar. But they're nice and tender, they're seasoned, and they are going to be absolutely delicious, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to add a few pats of butter just to melt that in those carrots. Okay, just like so. Just let that come to a nice melting substance. Okay, so put the lid on that. Now I'm going to show you how to build a nice gravy. Now, this is for your pork tenderloin or beef tenderloin. So I'm going to turn my eye on. Now you're building your own gravy that's going to be nice and smooth and creamy and thick and just, it's going to be absolutely delicious. So we want to put about 2 cups of beef broth in your pot. Okay? We like gravy. We really do. Especially on mashed potatoes. What about you guys? Okay? Then you want to take your seasonings. So we want some chopped onion flakes. Okay? I would say about a tablespoon and a half. You want garlic powder. Okay? And then you want, I love singing this, Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Okay, about a tablespoon. Okay? And let that come to a nice boil. Now, okay? I have the cornstarch here. I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons of cornstarch. Now this is going to help me build the gravy to where it's a thick gravy and it's just not a watery gravy, okay? So you have your cornstarch and then you pour a little water and you mix that until it appears to be like a paste, okay? Take this, stir that till it comes to a nice boil. Okay. Want them to see that, Aikens. Both of them, I guess. So then you want to stir that like so. I think you want me to come over here so they can see the thickness of it, I guess. Can you see this? It's not as thick as I wanted, so I'm going to add just like another tablespoon. I added really a little bit too much water, but it's not too late. We can fix that. Okay. Like so. It'll start to thicken. To me, cornstarch really doesn't really have a taste. Have y'all ever tasted cornstarch just to see what you're putting in your dishes? Okay, so that's thick, okay? And then I want to make sure that I put black pepper in this gravy as well. So half a teaspoon, okay? Set this to the side over here. Oh yeah. So how's everybody doing? I hope that you had a wonderful, wonderful day. Yeah, did anybody tell me what they're cooking, Aikens?
No.
No. So y'all must not be cooking anything. Y'all ain't cooking. Y'all better get in the kitchen. I give you really, really easy, breezy meals. Really, I do. Okay. Come into a nice boil. I'm going to stir that so we have our onion flakes. We have our Worcestershire sauce. We have black pepper. Okay. What else? We put garlic powder in this. Okay. When this starts to come to a boil, then I'm going to slowly mix in the cornstarch and water, and you will see it actually thickening. Okay? I'm a little excited about this meal. You know, this is a good one. You know, lunch, dinner, parties, hey, whatever. Guys, listen, again, I just want to reintroduce Cooking with Coco's first, second, and third edition cookbooks. Every last one of them are back in stock. Third edition, I really wanted to promote this one because this one is truly dear to my heart. I didn't tell you last week, you can go to www.SandraAikens, or you can go straight to Amazon.com and you will see these books that you can purchase for any occasion, birthdays, anniversary celebrations, Valentine's Day, which is gone already, but Mother's Day and Father's Day is coming up, guys. Remember, men do cook. They do cook. So think about them when you're thinking about the moms. Okay, think about the dads. They play such an important part of our lives. I know mine does. My dad is 80 years old, and he is so dear to my heart that he has gotten older. It's just like, wow. Okay, so now we have our mixture boiling. So now we're going to pour our cornstarch and water into this mixture. Okay, just slowly stir, and it will literally start to thicken right before your eyes. Okay, you want to make sure you stir well because you don't want any clumps or, you want everything to be nice and smooth. Okay. That's that. Now, I'm going to, y'all don't have to do the taste. The taste. We have, I made some delicious fresh lemon iced tea. So we have iced tea this evening. Now, yesterday, I don't know, or the day before, I made Saturday, I made the sugar cookie apple pie. So we have some leftover fresh sugar cookies. And I say you can store and put in the refrigerator your apples, your stewed apples is what I call them. My grandmother used to call them stewed apples. So that's what I actually call them. But all of the items that you would make a apple pie. And so that's what's going to be for dessert. I did go to the store, like I told y'all, and I got us some ice cream. Okay, I got some caramel sauce. Ooh, I want them to see how thick this gravy has become. So I'm going to turn it down so we don't need it that high anymore. Look at this. See? It's nice, creamy, and thick. Oh my. That's going to be out of sight, guys. I'm going to stir it just a little bit. Now, when the pork tenderloin comes out, I can either put it on top of my potatoes, or I can pour it over on top of the meat, or both. Okay, so I'm going to get a towel and I'm going to look and check the pork tenderloin out. Okay? I'm going to put my right there. Okay, so I'm checking the oven. Ooh, y'all, if y'all could just, can they see this? Oh my goodness, it's looking so awesome. So I'm just gonna slice a little piece to see what we're looking at. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It is coming along just fine. It needs probably about 5 more minutes, guys. So y'all give me 5 more minutes. While that's doing that, I'm going to dress up my plate with the other items. I'm going to turn my gravy off. The gravy is done. Y'all see how simple, easy that was. So I'm going to sit this to this side. I want you guys to see these delicious, creamy mashed potatoes. Look at that. What? What you say? What you say? Does that look absolutely delicious, Rodney? I think so too. And then, of course, our delicious butter glazed carrots. I love these. Y'all try them. You will absolutely fall in love with these carrots if you have not ever had them. They are absolutely delicious, okay? So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start plating up some of this goodness, okay? Yes. This is a meal set for a king. I listen. Set up for a king, okay? Y'all don't play with Coco. I was looking for my, there it is. Good spoon. Okay. So, we're going to come over here and we're going to get some of these delicious, creamy mashed potatoes. What you say? What you say? So, get you a nice dollop of potatoes. Okay, like so. Okay? Holds in that moisture. Then we're going to take another. And we're going to get some of these butter glazed carrots. Okay? They're so tender. Absolutely delicious. Okay, now, so you can take you some of this delicious brown gravy and just dollop a few little spoonfuls of gravy. Can you see that? See how that looks? Yeah, come on for dinner. Yeah, come on over for dinner. I did place some beautiful croissants, buttered croissants in this as well. So we have those ready. Like so. Okay. Mr. Akins, I will need you, because I want a good shot. A good shot. So you bring it forward for me, please, sir. Get a nice piece here. Just trying to, yeah, okay. Get my plate. There. It still needs just a few more minutes, guys, but for the most part, this is ready. I want you guys to see this. Okay. Just got me a little small piece. That's going to be in the oven for another about 5 minutes, okay? So, of course, you know, we always want to thank God for blessing us with any kind of meal. And this is one that you definitely want to thank Him for. We have some garlic creamy mashed potatoes. We have some butter glazed carrots. We have our pork tenderloin. Of course, y'all, wait a minute. I like gravy. So, I'm going to get a little gravy and I'm going to pour some over on top of this pork tenderloin. Listen, I'm telling y'all, you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. So let's cut into this baby, but not with 2 forks. Not with 2 forks. So look at that. I want you to see how easy that goes. Look at that. Okay. Oh my, yes. See, it's nice and tender. Let's taste this. Pastor Aiken, get your plate. Get ready. These delicious garlic creamy mashed potatoes. Guys, they just melt in your mouth, literally. And then we have our butter glazed carrots. Nice and tender. Oh, I love sweet. That little cayenne pepper gives it a little kick. Of course, we have some little butter croissants. Oh my. This is delicious, guys. Let me tell you something. Again, I thank you guys so much for joining me for this easy breezy. This has been done in what? How many minutes, Akins? 30 minutes, and you have a full, complete meal. You have your veggie, you have your potatoes, you have your meat, you have your bread. You can toss up a nice green salad, whether it be Caesar salad or just a nice green salad. Get you a beverage, some iced tea or lemonade. Listen, if I can do it, you can do it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate all the love that I've been shown. And I am thankful for you. I thank God for you. You all have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful upcoming week. And I'll see you next time on Cooking with Coco. Bye-bye. This is really good. It really is. Boy.